E3 might be over, but the AoE 4 news just keeps rolling in. I'm sure some of you saw last night that there was a showcase recap event over on Twitch, but for those that missed it, I've put together a summary of all the need to know information from that event. The whole thing is up on the Relic Games official Twitch, but if you want to save yourself an hour, keep listening here. Also remember to subscribe to get the latest info and obviously the news on the beta for AoE 4 when it hits. Now, they've talked a bit about how they really want to use the campaign as a chance to give some real history about the battles and each of the civilizations involved in those campaigns. Now, the clips we've been seeing showing the real world locations with the overlaying gold characters, etc., are indeed the intro videos for the campaign missions. These are set up in a documentary style and they've done on-site filming all over the world. What really came to mind when they said this was an old TV show in the UK called Time Team. And this is where I'm really nerdy and say I loved it when I was growing up. Not that there aren't many other relatable shows, but that was mine. Does anyone else remember that show? Anyway, what do you think of this new documentary style of intro videos for the campaign missions? Let me know down below, I'm really curious what everyone else thinks. Then onto language, and it seems the team have also done a lot of research into languages for this game. Now, all of the civilizations will have a gradually changing language through the ages, which is based on what would have been spoken in their respective regions in each time period. And also, they commented that the music will change in much the same way, bringing in new instruments and things as the ages pass. The campaigns, I missed these on the official website last week, so we can take a quick look now. So there's just a little bit of information, the titles of each one, and then a little bit of extra information on the Norman campaign, which is about William of Normandy setting forth on the hard-fought road to conquer England and become its new king. What follows is an epic story of succession, family conflict, anarchy and rebellion. And we get a little bit of information on the 100 Years' War. Ravaged by years of English raiding, France must gather its might to resist the onslaught. And basically you spend 100 years of war defending France, turning the tide, and then forging the foundations of the French nation. We also have the titles of the other two, the Mongol Empire and the Rise of Moscow, but no other details on how they will play so far. We also got some additional comments and confirmations for some of the civs, going for as much asymmetry as possible in Age 4 for each of the civilizations, not just in terms of units, but also buildings and the mechanics and research. And this is why we're seeing so many more unique units and some that aren't even listed on the official site yet. But there will obviously be more unique buildings to be announced as well. Regarding the landmarks, most civilizations will have to choose between two each time they want to age up. However, as we know, the Chinese are the only civilization who can build both, and that will allow them to create a dynasty. They're the only civ that can build both at the moment. The Abbasid dynasty is again slightly different because it has that one landmark that you upgrade with wings, and thus you always have a choice of the same 4 to build, but you can build them in any order. They also reiterated that multiple buildings will have area of effect bonuses for other units and other buildings. So building placement will matter in this game, especially for landmarks. Now, a quick note on camels. They give bonuses to other units around them, namely against cavalry damage, and this means unlike the trailers where they've maybe got a lot of camels in a row attacking the enemy, you'll actually find in the real game, because of how expensive they are, you'll just have a couple of them dotted throughout your army to provide other troops those bonuses. Now, an interesting tactic for team play which they mentioned from the Mongols is that they can build their sheep pasture for their allies and thus provide them with a constant source of sheep for food, which could be very helpful early game. Now, the Naval Combat is something that was mentioned a little bit in the previous event, and obviously they touched on it last night. Naval Combat has been a bit of a focus for the team as they try to make it more important, and there will be 2 different types of ships in terms of how they maneuver. One will have oars, as we have seen in the pictures, and the others will have sails. Now, these ships will handle differently on the water, and thus will have advantages and disadvantages to be used in certain situations. They're also trying to achieve a situation where people will want to use all the different types of ships and not just the biggest, baddest one they've got. They're also adding resource bonuses to the naval side to make it much more lucrative though they didn't specify how at the moment, but again they're pushing this whole trading resource gathering bonus quite hard in various parts of the game. It'll be interesting to see how that actually pans out and if indeed it does make people go naval more often. And then we've had some confirmation on the maps. We are getting randomly generated maps. It's taken them many years to get it right, but they've got it working now. They feel like they've got a good balance, so the algorithms make it fair, especially for multiplayer and competitive games. And they're happy with the results, but they acknowledge that they'll probably have to tweak things as time goes on. I'm also really pleased to hear this, because for me that is a really big part of Age of Empires games. And then some other bits that, just to finish off the video. First, there's some clarification about the pre-order situation. So both standard and deluxe editions will get the Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition Dawn of the Dukes expansion for free. Additional content with the deluxe edition, namely the monument, is purely cosmetic. Monuments will be unlocked during the game, and you place them in the middle of your town centre so people can marvel at them during the game. It's cosmetic, it's to make it very unique to you. The coat of arms is equally something that you can create yourself. The deluxe edition will simply get more bits to add so you can customize the coat of arms more. The closed beta is coming. To be in with a chance to be selected, you need to sign up on the official site as an insider and upload your DX Diag information and fill out your profile. It does not guarantee that you will get access to the beta, but this is how you have a chance to get in. Now, a few people have asked in chat last night about the system requirements, so I've popped those up on screen for you now. These are the minimum requirements. You need a 64-bit processor and operating system, and most modern machines will have this, so that's Windows 10 64-bit, a minimum of an Intel i5-6300U, minimum of 8GB of RAM, an Intel HD 520 graphics, obviously capable of running DirectX 12. Now remember, these are the minimum requirements, so expect to be running the game at lower settings if you're already just hitting these specs. Well, that covers all the newer clarified details. Please do like, share and subscribe so you keep up to date on all the latest AoE 4 news. And what do you think of how this game is shaping up? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks all for watching, and I'll see you all soon.